Yes, as a personal brand, your values absolutely have a place in your marketing.
I'm Yvette Mayer, and you're about to discover how the human design gates can help you create more engaging content to grow your business. In each episode, we explore a specific gate's unique frequency as a cosmic content code. Let's dive in.
In this episode, we explore Gate 50 in the Human Design Chart. Now, Gate 50 is known as the Gate of Values. It sits in the Spleen, which is our center for all things intuition, well-being, and instinct. It's actually really a center that is about survival and survival instincts. And Gate 50 in particular is about valuing well-being. The 50 connects to the 27, which sits in the sacral. That's a really nurturing type of energy. So you can see that the word values, which may be considered to be broad, you can value money, you can value freedom, and we do value all sorts of things. But the flavor of the Gate 50 is valuing your well-being. But valuing well-being and our right to be well more broadly. And that's why my name for this gate when it comes to marketing and how you're going to show up in this frequency is Wellbeing Equality. And this is an interesting one for me because I have Gate 50 sitting in my personality Earth. So this is something that I have to be very conscious of because your Earth is what grounds you. So while I'm out in my Gate 3 as my personality sun, creating chaos and innovating, I need to continually come back to myself and my well-being and the health of my business and health more generally to really being in a grounded and regulated place to make sure that I am in balance. As a Gate 50 brand, you are somebody that values health and well-being, and actually well-being is related to all types of well-being, whether it be physical, spiritual, financial, social, or mental well-being. And you're going to be a brand that advocates for well-being for others as well. And this means you're kind of self-led around your own well-being and a beacon for us, but you're also championing this as well. If you are a Gate 50 brand, that means you were born under the Gate 50. That means that this energy is always going to be relevant to you, but it's also relevant to all of us as we move through the Sun transit in the human design system, sitting in the Gate 50. Now this happens each and every year from around the 20th of October for 6 days. So when this is going on, it's an ideal time for you to be leaning into this energy in your messaging, in your marketing, and the way you connect and create resonance with your audience. And to help you do that, at the end of this episode, I'm going to share 3 cosmic content prompts for Gate 50, Wellbeing Equality, that will set you up for what you want, which is more engagement from your audience. And by the way, in this series, we share content prompts for every single human design gate. So make sure you go hit that subscribe button now so you never miss an episode. But before I share your 3 cosmic content prompts for Gate 50, I'm going to help you deepen your knowledge and understanding of this energy. So starting with the low frequency of Gate 50, this is the energy of corruption. Let me tell you, when I first started to look at this, I thought it meant that I might be corrupt because I have the Gate 50 in a prominent spot in my design. But actually, it's more about corrupt thinking, creating corrupt data in your mind so that you go into a place of fear. You know, when you start to tell yourself stories that are absolutely not true, that's the kind of data corruption that this low frequency refers to. Whereas in the high frequency of Gate 50, out of the fear, out of the faulty thinking, and into a sense of equilibrium. This is the exact word used in Richard Rudd's Gene Keys body of work, which is where I draw on for the low and the high frequency. So in the Gate 50, equilibrium is about this sense of equality and wanting the best for all. And Gate 50 people tend to create this real sense of equilibrium in a group because they're invested in wanting everybody to have the same opportunities. But this can only be achieved when that energy is coming from a high frequency, which is less self-involved, less in the brain and the faulty thinking, and more in the heart. And it brings a sense of freedom that's vital to this equilibrium amongst a community. And we all know that we are very drawn to those that have high values, strong principles, and that are willing to share those and live by them. And we do hold those sorts of people up as leaders within a group. And now it's time for our 3 cosmic content prompts for Gate 50, Wellbeing Equality. Quickly, before we dive into the prompts, this is about demonstrating that you have strong values as a business owner, as a leader, and the way to do that is through your marketing. And the reason this is so important is people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And having aligned values is a shortcut to creating this trust. For our first cosmic content prompt for Gate 50, Wellbeing Equality. This one's a little bit different. I'm going to get you to ask your community about their values. This is an opportunity to deepen your connection with your audience. So you might want to do this in a post where you ask them to drop their #1 value in the comments, or even in something like a poll if you're using a Facebook or an Instagram story. For our second cosmic content prompt for Gate 50, now we're going to get into the lower frequency and the faulty and fearful thinking around values. So this can show up in all parts of our lives, but an example that comes to mind is faulty thinking around misaligned values. For instance, this is going to show up in money mindset. You can see how we corrupt the data around our desire to live to our values when it comes to finances, but we can get in our own way with the corrupt data around money mindset. So in your content, you're going to call this out, make it relevant to your particular niche, call out the kind of thinking that is faulty, that is leading to misaligned actions and behavior in your specific field. And for our third cosmic content prompt for Gate 50, Wellbeing Equality, let's take it back to you and get personal about your values. Now, I am talking about your values as it relates to your business, your niche, or your area of specialty, because it needs to be resonant and relevant to your particular audience. But when you stand behind your values and you showcase your principles, you absolutely connect with the exact right humans that you want in your business as clients or customers. Now, don't forget, if you want access to every single gate, all 64, and their cosmic content codes, including prompts, you can now get your hands on that via my 64 Cosmic Content Codes guide. So go to the description now and I'll share a link so you can get access to the entire body of work. Go and check it out now. It will change and improve the way you create content for the rest of your days.